Well, hello guys, and welcome to another video. And in this one we are going to hang out with this lovely phone. It is Motorola T720i, and also known as T720. I will tell the difference later. But the reason I decided to showcase this phone right now is because that this phone is 20 years old now. It was introduced in September of 2002 in US, and it was later available for purchase later that year in US and Europe also. I'm not sure about other markets. Let's dig into this phone in detail, and let's see what all the quirks and features of this phone are. Unfortunately, I don't have a box. I have only this phone. But as you can see, it is in a very good condition, and it is indeed in my collection. At only 100 grams, this phone was not the lightest for time, but considering it is a flip phone, we can forgive him for that. If you take for consideration also modern today phones, there are around 200 grams, so this is a feather to compared to newer phones. So dimensions are 9 centimeters by 4.7 and 21 millimeters on the side. So it is not the smallest phone in that era, but it didn't have to be, because many phones from that time were too small with tiny buttons, and this one feels just right. You can see keypad here, and the keys are quite large, not small as some of phones in that period of time. Let's start with the back. You have Motorola logo here. You also have a front screen, which doesn't have a color, but it has a blue black backlight. Also you can see antenna here, and here we have a battery cover. Let's quickly remove it, and you can see the battery is inside, and the battery is 550 milliamp hours, and the Motorola claimed at that time standby of 6 to 7 days, which is not the greatest, but better than today smartphones. Let's quickly look at the side. Here you have a voice dial button. On the bottom you have a charger and the camera dock. We'll show you that later. Also, this is a speaker hole, so you can hear a phone ringing when it is closed. And that's all from this front outer side. On the inside, like I already showed you, you have a nice keypad, 4-way navigation key, and call, answer, and these 3 keys. This one is for a menu. Let me show you. And these 2 function keys. Also here you can see a screen that is 120 by 160 with 4096 colors, which is fine for that time, but the competitors had better screens with better color and viewing angles. You can see that this 4-way navigation key corresponds to these icons on the screen, and you can also change that. Also you can change this analog clock, and you can see here you have your signal operator name, and your battery level is here. So you can see in this menu you have a media center, and we have a picture viewer. So we'll later connect the camera and show you how that works, and my tones, and I will show you in the end of the video all of the ringtones that you got with this phone. Next we have shortcuts, just web shortcuts, and unfortunately I can't connect to an internet with this phone. And we have ring styles here, style playing loud. We can change that with vibrating option also. Next we have services, so this is a SIM applications, fixed dials and quick dial. I'm not sure what this chat function is. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments. On the settings you can personalize options, many options on the front screen, home screens, color options, like you can see here, and greeting message, wallpaper, screensaver. Also you have here call divert in call setup, so you can answer the phone by flipping this top cover. You can see phone status here and even battery meter, and in the other information you can see about software and different information about this phone and its options, so like newer Androids. Security, here you have a phone lock, you can lock even applications, and SIM pin. Initial setup, you can change language here, date and time, backlight, how long it will stay, contrast, and you can also master clear or master reset all of options. You also have Java on this phone, and yeah, that's all from settings menu. Here you have a simple calendar, as you can see. Also, this is a web access. Like I said, I don't have access to web. I even tried a few times, but it didn't work. And by more, here you have picture messages, web sessions, phone book, like I said, messages. You can only store 20 last messages, so that's low. On the phone book you can save 1000 numbers, so that's cool. You also have a calculator app here, and games and apps and recent calls. So that's all from this menu. I would like to show you accessory that this i model had. So this i model is with an MMS and comes with this camera, which was quite bad camera for today's standards. So you can shoot at 2 resolution, and the best one is 320 by 240, and you can see that this camera doesn't want to cooperate. I tested this phone before shooting this video, and most of the time I couldn't get this camera to work. Let's just hope it will work now. And it does work, so that's great. Let's just take my pen and try to make a photo, and it actually worked. You can see a photo, and this is that pen, but the camera is quite bad. You can see I'm now storing the photo, and it immediately asks me if I want to send the photo via email, but unfortunately I don't have internet connection on this device. And bad thing about this phone is that it doesn't have infrared port or Bluetooth, so I just can't transfer these photos that I took. So I will go back, and I will show you photo album. So this is a third photo that I managed to shoot. So you can see a pen here, and you can browse them with this D-pad. And this is Alcatel phone. Let me just focus. Alcatel phone, not sure do you recognize which model it is. That was shot with a good light, but you can see just it doesn't work. And this is a photo of Mickey Mouse. Not sure, can I show you that? USB stick Mickey Mouse. And the great thing about camera is that you can selfie if you want, but the pictures are not even for a Facebook photo. So you can shoot this on the back. So that has been a camera on the Motorola T720i. So let's talk some positive and negative things. I have used this phone most of the day today, and many reviewers said back in the day, in 2003, that the battery is not the greatest, but you can see that my battery hasn't even dropped a single point. Not sure can you see that? Not sure can you see that? Okay, here. And I have been using this phone for several hours, so that is a 20-year-old battery working just fine, and I can say that the battery is problem, at least now. So I love the design of this phone. It is very good, and I liked, of course, the camera, despite being it so bad and low resolution. It is the best you get with this phone, and this phone even has the camera. Many of phones in that era didn't have even those external cameras. So what I don't like is, like I said, it doesn't have a Bluetooth or infrared port, so unfortunately I can't transfer any files or data from this phone. So that's strange, so I can't show you on a video how a good camera is or how bad the camera is. So if we talk about price, the price of this device when it was new in early 2003, it was 450 euros, or if we adjust that for inflation, it is 700 euros for today's standard. So that has been all from this showcase of Motorola T720i 20 years later. So please guys, if you had this phone, or you know someone that had this phone and you have some experience with this phone, write in the comments below and tell us all what you liked, what you disliked about this phone, and your experiences in general. So that has been all from this video. Hopefully you like this type of content, and be sure to let me know that by tapping that like button. Where is it? Here. And yeah, that's all, and until next video, thank you for watching.